And we are back. I'm the Dad Panther, and this is the Panther's Den, and we are talking Retromania Wrestling. All right. And let me tell you something, Mean Gene. The community is in an uproar. They want this game, and they want it now. Well, let me tell you something, baby. Nobody wants this game. Nobody wants to play it. They're done waiting, and they're finished, and they're moving on, baby. And you got to realize that. I'm having too much fun at this. Again, for the new subscribers and the ones who are like, what the heck is even that? Thanks for the support. 0 to 1,000 is a goal. Again, yeah, we're talking Retromania. And like I opened it up, it's the community. You got that side. You got some people who are like, well, I'm done with this game. I'm not gonna get it. It's never coming out. It's a Ponzi scheme. And that's ridiculous, in my opinion, because the game eventually will come out, because the conversation years ago was this game was never going to see the light of day, and it has seen the light of day. Okay, on February 26th, the light of day has only been on PC, but it's still the light of day. And then you have some people who are just, you know, they're waiting for the game and they're going to patiently wait and whatnot. So let's get into what news we have on this. Now, like I said, PC is out right now. I'm actually waiting for a response back from the devs, which I should get it back. Mike and the team has been pretty fast communicating back and forth with me. So once I get that information, I'll let you guys know in a separate video. But the curiosity on, it's on Steam for PC, which is getting good ratings. The only bad ratings I've seen, and again, I'm not sponsored by anyone or paid to say anything, are things like they wanted it to be exactly like WrestleFest, something along the lines that way. And from at least what I picked up is Mike has always said that it's basically WrestleFest 2 if you consider WrestleFest and I think he said Fire Pro having a child digitally. So take that for what it is. I've also seen some people that didn't like the game because they thought the game was too hard. Mike did say that him and his team changed the difficulty and gave more options for certain things. I also saw that certain people didn't like how they didn't know what the heck was happening in the match. Since then, Mike has, I believe there's been a patch where you can visually see when you're able to do the moves and to understand how the momentum works. So I believe those have been adjusted. And then I've seen some people who they just didn't like it. It just wasn't for them. It happens. You know, you look at a game, you see a trailer, it's just not for you. Or you get the game in your hands and it's just not for you. So I completely understand and respect it, including people who just don't want to wait for it, whatever the case is. Constructive feedback is awesome as long as it's respectful. So I can't, why be upset at that? That's awesome. That's you being you, voicing your opinion, right? Now, I'm the type that will check the reviews. When I go to Amazon or any website, the first thing I do is check reviews, and I check the bad reviews, and I check the timing on the reviews, and that just helps me get a sense of stuff before I go check maybe, you know, something like this, a YouTube video, before I make that decision. And that's because I just don't have money to be spending, whether it's a $25 game or a $60+ game. It's just, I got to make sure that I'm going to play this game and get a good replay value out of this game. That's just me. So moving on, let's talk about the things that Mike broke down. Now, as of right now, consoles are still having an issue. The update console issue with Nintendo. Remember in a past video, I said it was about 2 weeks. Well, that clock, I believe, starts again with 2 weeks. Now, take that with a grain of salt, because some people are getting the notification that on March 12th, which is tomorrow, give or take when you see this video, that March 12th, on the Nintendo Switch, you'll be able to play the game. Now, whether or not that's just miscommunication versus buying it in the store versus when it actually gets approved for certification, what Mike let us know was there was an issue with the controllers. They're supposed to pass all the tests, and one of the tests is one of the controllers, give or take how many players you had or the type of controller that you had, because you know the Nintendo Switch breaks up into many different types of controllers. They weren't able to press the start button, so that had to get reworked and start certification again. There was also an issue with I believe it was PC resolution or 480p, I can't remember exactly, but because that wasn't to their standards, that had to go back. So because that goes back, you're looking at 2 weeks is the average. Now it could be, and they really honestly think Nintendo will have it ready in a week. And like I said, some people are getting messages of the 12th for the Nintendo Switch. So keep that in mind. Now, the other part about it is the Xbox is same thing, they're waiting as well. With the Xbox, it was basically they had some stuff they worked on. He didn't elaborate what were the issues they worked on, but they've worked on it. They've sent that back in, and they're hoping that they can go ahead and reveal the information. Mike and his team, basically what they want to do is, once it's approved, they want to just say, hey, look, it's approved, go for it, play it. But what Xbox is saying is they want lead time. They want to say, hey, look, the game is approved to play here, but we need time for you to go ahead and tell it. So it could be a situation where Mike says the game was certified, but you can't see it in the store until this day. So I'll keep you posted for that. I'm pretty sure he's going to keep the pre-order longer. I mean, I don't know if Mike is even listening to this and his team, but I think it would also be cool for PC, maybe not immediately, but if you put that sell price or pre-order price right back on at some point for some of the people who are like, man, I can't wait, I just want to play, so I'm just going to go ahead and get it on PC, and that way they don't feel like they're missing out. Now for PlayStation, they're still waiting back, I believe, from the information on the first certification, which means of the three, this is the furthest behind. Now, if you've dealt with PlayStation before, just as a gamer, you know that PlayStation probably has one of the strictest patching, and I mean, if we're talking about delaying the game because of this, wait until Mike and the crew start messing with patches. Some of these companies are really, I mean, they microscope everything through these patches, but as of right now, they're waiting for that certification, you know, to say, hey, look, you got to work on this and that. So if that is the case with Sony, you're looking at this one being 2 to 3 weeks. So as a recap, it looks like 2 weeks for Nintendo, which could be March 12th. Don't quote me on it. Just some people who have the system are saying that's what they're getting from Nintendo. You have 2 weeks for Microsoft. Again, both of these can come back sooner. The only difference is of the Microsoft and the Nintendo is Nintendo apparently will be able to play it or sell it immediately, while Microsoft wants a little time before Mike and his team can say, go ahead, buy it, play it, whatever the case is. And then you have the Sony PlayStation and their crew over there double checking everything. They're waiting on that email. So because of that, you're looking at, if the email comes back or the certification comes back failed, it starts the process again, which is about 2 weeks. So you're looking at 3 weeks there. So once again, it looks like 2 weeks for Nintendo, 2 weeks for Xbox, 3 weeks for Sony. So hopefully I kind of cleared that up. Asterisk, all that can change in the blink of an eye. I've got a video saved to my phone, so the moment Mike says it on Twitter and says, hey, this game is live, you can play it, as my phone is letting me know it's time for me to end this video and head to work, because I work too. That's the thing. But as soon as I get information, I will post a video on that. And I've been saving that video actually since February. So yeah, hopefully I get a chance to use it so everybody gets it. I'm trying to think, is there anything else? Like I said, I'm trying to figure out if it's going to be on Epic Games or GOG. Again, the patches, that's going to be something interesting. I'm actually talking to him about the DLC pricing and the structure. I got another video coming out for that later. I will tell you that for PlayStation 5, I've talked to him and the team, and basically what it is you'll be able to play it from PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5. It won't cost you anything. It's just going to work. So, you know, you'll be able to move over to next gen. And let's see, there was something that, they already started working on, the devs are starting to work on DLC. Once again, once I get more information, I'll let you know, but that'll be a different video. So once again, I think I've answered all your questions. I hope that this game comes out and makes you happy, and I hope you give it a try. Or if you don't give it a try, I completely get it. Oh, someone asked me in another comment, am I getting the game? Where's my review? Don't have a review right now because I don't have the game right now. Like I've said in previous videos, man, I'm a casual gamer. My thing is to stay casual, and hey, if I'm not going to be able to fork over the money for that, the way the funding's going and everything, the way my account is set up, then I won't pull the trigger on it. And until I find out whether or not PC is going to be embraced by the modding community, and that's going to be awesome. If this game can be modded on PC, the amount of creativity from that community to this game makes it worth its price in gold, because it can become whatever game you want it to be. I can have Mr. Perfect versus Bret Hart with Shawn Michaels as a special guest referee. I'm just saying. As far as console, I got nothing against console, don't get me wrong, but I didn't know whether or not you'd be able to play until recently from PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5. So now that he's telling us, hey, next gen is a thing, the engine for next gen was approved already, that changes the conversation. So sorry about that. So until I get more information on that, I'll let you know. The video was a little longer than normal. Unfortunately, I don't have good news for everybody, but news is news, unfortunately. So I'd rather you be informed than not informed. So with that being said, until next time, kalika-lika-lao.